Hey guys, it is Wednesday morning and I'm really tired. I decided to make a video showcasing some walkthrough solves with the Skewb using Sarah's method. I use Sarah's intermediate method, and I also know some advanced cases, so you might see me use some advanced cases. I haven't really been practicing Skewb a whole lot lately. I've been focusing more on 2 through 6 and one-handed because those are the events that I'm not very good at, and I just want to work on those right now. Learning CLL for 2x2 finally, a little more than halfway through, so that's good. But I wanted to do some Skewb walkthrough solves with Sarah's method, and hopefully that'll help some people. The scrambles I'm going to use, obviously, are going to be in the description. They're just 15 move scrambles generated in QQ timer. I know I can use T-Noodle for, real scrambles, like optimal scrambles or whatever, but I don't feel like generating that. This is much easier to just use the 15 move ones. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I scramble all these right. So, Skewb with Sarah's method. So this is interesting scramble. I would probably go with blue. You have a blue sticker right here, and then I see this one and this one. Now, if this is here, this can only go here. If you have two stickers opposites of each other next to the same center, they're going to be correct relative to each other. That's a general rule. And I know that once I do this turn to move it over, as you can see, it's gonna move this corner right here, and it'll put it in position to solve that. And see, these two are white, so if I turn this and then turn that down and then turn that down, it's gonna be solved in 3 moves. At least those two. So 1, 2, 3. Now that sets up a bad case for this one, but that's just what I immediately see. So I'm going to move this over and do an insert, and that gives me a U-perm. So yes. Next scramble. I hope I'm doing these right. Alright, so you can do red in 5 moves. So these two are connected to their center, but they are not right. That can be put down and that can be put down. So if you put this down and this down, then that's going to have all 3 of these solved. And then this one is just going to be an insert away. So 5 move first layer. So move this piece down, move this piece down, and then you have a 3 move insert with this one. And when you're doing these inserts, when you're doing like the last few moves for the center, or I'm sorry, when you do the last few moves for this layer, I like to look at this center, like kind of check out where it is and just follow it, the opposite one. So now that it's on top and there's no corners oriented, I know that it is a pie case, and in this case I would just do 2 sledgehammers. And when you have this, you can also see what's going to happen afterward. You can see that this is solved. There's an opposite here. So after I do the pi case, I'm going to be turning it over here immediately and doing a U-perm. So you do a quick pi, and then turn, U-perm. You can foresee that because with the pi cases, it's pure. At least the one I just did with the 2 sledgehammers is pure. It's not gonna affect anything. Third scramble. This is stupid. So you got your options. 4-move flip on red. You have a 4-move flip on white. You have a 4-move flip on orange. Take your pick, I guess. I like to do a sledgehammer type insert, so I'm just going to pick white. So I'm going to move that up there. Watch that center whenever you do that. So when this is moving up, I can tell this is going to be oriented, and the center is going to be right here, and this isn't going to be oriented. So this needs to be clockwise turned. So I'm going to start doing a sledgehammer. And when you do these cases, like, you're going to know from experience, like, kind of where the center is going to end up next. Obviously, if you do a sledgehammer, you're going to end up over here, because when you do a sledgehammer or hedge slammer, these two centers are swapped. So you're going to end up doing a sledgehammer and then a hedge slammer over here, and then you end up with a perm. Alright. Scramble number 4. You have a 3-move insert for the red. The rest of the reds are solved. Watch this orange center when you're doing it. You can see that's going to go in the top. And then you have a peanut case. This happens to be a peanut case, I know. So it's just sledgehammer, hedge slammer, hedge slammer. Oops. Sorry, I did that wrong. By the way, if you're using Sarah's intermediate method and you want to learn some advanced algorithms, definitely learn the peanut set, because a lot of those dogs are really good. And those will become your really good solves. I see a 3-move solution on for the green layer. So if you move this down, and these two are going to be correct relative to each other, and that's going to be in the correct spot when you move that down, because it's red and yellow. And then you're going to set this up. It's going to be put on top, and then when you move this down, it's going to be put right in position to come right down here. So 1, 2, and then 3. And that's a 3-move layer. And this is an advanced case that I know. Hedge slammer, sledgehammer, hedge slammer, hedge slammer. Basically, I know the advanced cases for all the Cat 3 intermediate cases. So I just learned the bad ones. I see a 4-move solution on white. You can move this, you can do an insert on that, and when you do the first move, you're going to see that it forms these headlights with the opposite colors right here. We move that up. With these two headlights, you can move them down. You can move one down and move the other down. It won't affect each other. So you can do it in whatever order. I don't really foresee like the order that's going to happen in, but if you want to figure that out, then hopefully it doesn't take much time. So 4-move layer, and this is an advanced case. I can actually explain this one. When you have this is a no touch. I call them no touch, but See how no other stickers are touching the center, which needs to go up here. This is just a U-perm and a pie. So you do a U-perm to solve the centers, and you do a pie to solve the corners. That's a pretty easy case. You can intuitively figure out at least. Okay. There's not, I don't see much here. Actually, you can do an insert with this center. So 2 moves move down. And that's going to put this piece in position to go there. I think that's going to put this final corner on the top layer. That sticker on the top layer, which is not a good case, but there's not much I see here, so I'm just going to go ahead with that. So 2 move insert puts this piece in position, puts that up here, so you're going to have to move it over here and do an insert. Watch the yellow center, because that's going to dictate what you're going to do next. It's on the side. You have a clockwise rotation, so you do a sledgehammer. It's over here now, and you have another sledgehammer. Now, before I do a hedge slammer, before I do the sledgehammer, sorry, God, I'm tired. You can kind of see like what's going to happen next. If you have opposites, see how these two are opposite, then that means this is going to be solved at the end of it. And this piece in the back behind the sledgehammer is not going to change. Same for hedge slammer. So obviously I'm not going to look too much into it when I'm solving. I'm just going to, honestly, I would just figure it out once I do the sledgehammer. But you can see that since this is going to be solved and this is going to be opposite, after you do the sledgehammer, you're going to turn it over here and do a U-perm. So as you can see, you do a sledgehammer and then U-perm right here, like I just predicted. So you can figure those things out. Don't just aimlessly do the algorithm. You can predict what's going to happen next. With experience, that'll come a lot more easily. I see 6 movers on white, as well as that other color I was looking at. Oh yeah, blue. I'm gonna go with blue. So this can be brought down here, and then this can be brought down here, and then this corner just needs to be flipped. So bring that down, and then do a 4-move flip. And the green center ends up right here. As you can see, it is a 2 on top case, clockwise rotation corner, and then it comes over here, and then you have a U-perm. I'll do a few more. Okay, so I don't see much good on here either. I may just not be good at finding stuff, but I don't know. I'd probably do a 7-move layer here. I know it's not very good, but I would bring this down. And I saw that these two were improperly flipped. So I bring this up and then do a 2-move insert, and then do a 3-move insert with this. Now, I would do that, even though it was 7 moves, but I would do that because I didn't find anything much better, and those inserts can be really finger tricky. So that makes it a little better. So it's on the side here, and it's a clockwise rotation. So from experience, I know that this is going to come over here, And I think it's going to produce a hedge slammer. Yes. And this is opposite over here, so that means at the end of the hedge slammer, this is going to be solved. Whoa, wait a minute. I did it wrong. There. Different wrong angle. So since I know this is solved, and this is not opposite, that means this back here is going to be opposite, so I can immediately turn it around and do a quick U-turn. Alright, I'll do 3 more. Okay, this is a really bad one. I'll tell you, there's not much I see. You can put that in to the green, and then that's going to bring this up, and it's going to be put in position to solve it. And since they're going to be opposite, they will be solved relative to each other. So I'm going to put that in, but before I just bring that down, it's normally if I put it down, it's going to do that, so it requires a 3-move insert. But instead of having to do that, I can save moves by seeing that that needs to go in this position and not this one. So I would, instead of doing this, I would bring this around, and then on its way down I would solve this piece, and then I would do a 4-move flip on that. So an 8-move thing there, 8-move layer. So then I would I don't know the last 5 centers cases. That's probably what I would learn next if I were to learn more algs for advanced method. But you know, you put this on the back and then you do a U-perm. Now, since this is opposite, I know that this is going to go over here and this is going to be solved. And there's an opposite right here. So after I do a U-perm, I'm going to do a U-perm from this angle. I know that just from looking at it. So U-perm and then go to this angle. Hopefully you can see that okay. All right. I see a 6-mover on yellow, or I'm sorry, I see a 6-mover on white, but I actually see a 3-mover on yellow. So if you bring this over here, solve 1, and that's going to put these 2 in gray position to be solved. 2, 3, and the center is right here. Now, if you have a solved piece, that means it's over here, it's going to be opposite after the sledgehammer. So after you do that, you're going to want to hold it over here because this is where the U-perm is going to start. So then I do the U-perm. Alright, one more. Okay, so we have orange, similar to that one time where you solve this and then you have like you solve these 2 in kind of a finger tricky fashion. I can do better though. You could do green in 3 moves. So like I said, if you have the headlights right here and then the opposites right here, you can just put one down and put the other down and they will be solved in these 2 spots. Now if you put this down first, you're going to put this piece in position to be solved right here. This one's already solved. So if you put this down first and then you put this down, then you have a green ready to be solved. And while you're doing that, you can see that there's a blue center right there. This needs to be counterclockwise flipped, so you do a hedge slammer, and then you look over on the side and you see that you need a sledgehammer, and you see that this is opposite, so that this is going to be solved down here, This is not where the opposite is, so you quickly go over here because you know the opposite's here, since this is solved, and then you do a U-perm. And hopefully it won't lock up like I did there. So, hopefully the majority of what I said made sense. Like I said, I'm really tired, but I tried my best to go through everything clearly. I'm not very good at explaining things sometimes, so hopefully this is helpful, and I'll see you guys later.